Okay, I might have found the secret to productivity and self-control. I mean, I might, because I didn't try it yet, but I'm about to. Hi, my name is Stacey. Welcome on my channel. I have never done a dopamine detox, but I've been hearing about it for a couple months and it really caught my attention and got me intrigued. So that's what I'm gonna be trying and documenting about. It feels like it's the answer to a lot of my productivity struggle and maybe the answer to a lot more. Today is Wednesday, the 7th of April, and I will be doing a 24-hour dopamine detox tomorrow. But first, I just want to talk to you about what it is and why I'm doing it. I will link below in my caption a video that you could watch that could really help you understand more what I'm going to be talking about. If you do want to try it yourself, I really suggest you watch this video. It's not a video done by me, but it's a video that I find explains very well what dopamine is and what a dopamine detox is and how to do it. So let's start with the basics. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter, and a neurotransmitter is a chemical messenger. So basically, dopamine is a hormone that communicates messages to your body, to your nervous system. Dopamine is seen as the pleasure hormone. What happens is some activities or substances release a lot of dopamine in your mind, and it could get really addictive because it's fun, it's pleasurable. When we get that shot of dopamine, we like it, even if we're not conscious about it, and we want to repeat that same thing. As an example, if you smoke a cigarette, every puff you're gonna take is gonna release a shot of dopamine. So every time you take a puff, it's gonna be like, ooh, this is good, I want more. And then your brain is gonna be like, I want more. So you're gonna take another puff and another puff, because humans function on pleasure. It's our reward system. And dopamine is a good thing. It's just that we live in a world where we are really exposed to a lot of different stimulations, and it's easy to get addicted to them if we're not conscious about it and if we don't do anything about it. So there's different unhealthy habits that you can think about that releases a big amount of dopamine, like let's say eating junk food and swiping in your feed, getting a like, receiving a message, watching TV, gaming, everything around drugs and sex, porn, masturbation. And it's easy to get lost in all of that, because what happens is you create a tolerance. These activities that releases a lot of dopamine, we get used to them, and then it's harder to choose to do activities that release less dopamine. So for example, you have the choice to go out with a friend and grab some drinks or work out. So they're both gonna release some sort of dopamine, but going out with a friend doesn't require much effort, and it's gonna be fun. Your brain is gonna really love it. And then working out, yeah, it's gonna release some dopamine, but you have to really do a lot of effort to get there, and it's not gonna release as much. What do you think you're naturally gonna wanna do? You're gonna wanna go out with your friend, and to choose to do your workout instead, it's gonna ask you a lot of willpower. The goal with this detox would be to have more willpower and for it to be easier to wanna do those things that don't release as much dopamine. Let's talk about the dopamine fast. First, I just want to say there's different ways to do a dopamine detox. You could do something that's less harsh, less long, or you could do something longer and more intense. So it's really to find like where you're at. I suggest if it's your first time to not go more than 24 hours too. So the goal is for the 24 hours, you're gonna do a list of the cans and the can'ts. And generally you adapt it to yourself. In the cans, you're gonna put stuff that you struggle with every day and that distracts you from whatever you wanna get done. So a dopamine detox is supposed to help change your relationship you have with dopamine and with your addictions. It's supposed to help you gain more self-control and be more productive in your day and less distracted. The reasons I want to do a dopamine detox, as you know, I just started my YouTube channel, and I find that sometimes it's difficult to respect my schedule. I am being productive enough, but I really like to be more efficient. I would like to have more self-control over my unhealthy habits. I made a list of the things I could do and the things I can't do. So in the things I can do, I won't be using my phone. I'm gonna keep my phone open in case I have an important call or a friend needs to message me. I already told them I'm doing a dopamine detox. I won't be putting any music that stimulates me. I don't have an issue with music, but I know that if I'm in a dopamine detox, I might want to compensate with other stuff. But I will allow myself to put a music without lyrics, a type of like spa music. And I will be cutting any junk food, so all my meals are gonna be cooked by me. If I need to go to the groceries because I'm missing some food, I'm allowed to do that. I'll also be cutting television, coffee. I have a vape, which I don't use a lot. And for the things I'm allowed to do, so I'm allowed to go outside, take a walk, go for a run. I could stretch, meditate, write, journaling. I could cook, I could dance, I could pet my cats, I could do some cleaning, I could work out, I could drink herbal tea. And the only thing I'll be using is my camera because I will be documenting my day. I'm really excited to do this. I love trying new things. It's gonna be a challenge, but I'm really excited for it. And that's it. So see you tomorrow. Oh my god. Hey, it's tomorrow. I'm super tired. I went to bed around like 1. Okay, so now I'll make some celery juice. I've been juicing for only a couple of weeks. I really like the habit of juicing in the morning because it prevents me from waking up and right away taking a coffee. Things are pretty quiet, not much happening, and it feels good at the same time as it being strange. I really feel like drinking a coffee, but I'm gonna drink a tea. It's gonna be great. And now I'm trying to figure out what I want to eat for breakfast. And yeah. Okay, so I just took a bath and I almost fell asleep. I feel so tired. I usually don't feel tired like that. I'm wondering if it's just like a day like that or if it's because of the detox. I might go out for a run. I feel like that might give me energy. I should maybe eat. It's like there's a part of me that doesn't feel like eating. Yup. Oh, and side note, you see this? My eyeliner here? It's permanent. I did that a couple years ago and I regretted it big time. And this is one of the hardest places to have a tattoo removal. I did one session. You could see that it's not fully out, but it's a lot lighter. Okay, I've decided. I'm making myself a juice, then I'm going out for a run, then I'm coming back to eat. So I will be doing the apples and greens juice. Here I have mainly everything. I didn't calculate my quantities, but I probably won't. I did not take this out. Shit. There was 2. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna check my stuff. Now I'll add some lemon juice and I'll be good to drink it. Okay, so I never tried this recipe, so let's try it together. Cheers! Smells like kale a lot. Oh, wow. It's so good. Oh my god. This is giving me energy. Like, I could feel it. It's fucking delicious. Oh, and do you see like this foam? It's so good. Okay, so I'm going out for a run. I won't bring my camera. Oh my god. I'm back. I'm starving, so I'm gonna cook food. I think I'm gonna do an omelet. Here is my omelet. I added some vegan cheese and some microgreens. Life update. Today I feel more down. It's weird because I actually thought I would feel more energetic. I'm not sure why I thought that. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling low on energy. I'm not feeling like super productive. And I'm just like going at a slow pace. She's so cute. I just finished eating. I feel so tired. It's so strange. I'm not one that takes naps, but I think I'm gonna go nap. Like maybe even just half an hour. I just slept for 3 hours. Man, I swear I never nap. Okay, so now I've cut all my celery. I've cut some carrots and I made a bean salad. That's gonna be my dinner. And now I'm going to make a carrot and beet juice. Since I woke up from my nap, I've been pretty productive. The whole like not having my phone, not eating junk food, not drinking coffee was not too hard. I do feel like more bored, but overall it was a good experience. Let's just see how it goes in the next days. And now I'm gonna do some stretching. I'd like to do some journaling afterwards. That's that. So I'm excited to go to bed. Good night. Today is Thursday, April 15th. I did the detox last Thursday, so it means it's been 1 week. I know you're dying to know, does it really work? Not really. At least not in the way I was hoping it would work. I'll explain to you why it didn't help and what parts of it did. I'll give you a few tips on how to truly improve these aspects of your life. Was I more productive in the last week? Yes, I was. But it's not because of the dopamine detox, it's just because I started my YouTube channel and it's really time consuming. So I've been really pushing myself in the last week because then I would not get my videos in time for each Friday. Did I respect my schedule? Not more than I would have. And I'm realizing it's probably not because I have an issue in respecting my schedule, but probably because I'm just putting a lot on my hands. I'm not a machine, I'm a human. Maybe it's not me that needs to adapt to my schedule, but I need to adapt my schedule to myself. For the self-control aspect, I slightly did improve that part, and I feel like the dopamine detox is responsible for a small part of it. It made me be more conscious about the moments, let's say I take my phone as a distraction. Since I've been working on that, I'm like, okay, now I know I'm taking my phone to distract myself. You didn't have your phone for a whole day and you were able to go on with your day. You don't need your phone. And then I would just put it away. I still didn't have as much self-control as I was hoping I would. I maybe just need more breaks. Like, that's maybe just it. As for my addictions, I have a tendency to want to smoke weed during the evenings. I really limit myself because I don't want to smoke every evening, but I do once in a while. And I did not smoke less than I would have. There's moments where I didn't necessarily think it was a good idea to smoke and I still did it. And the reason I feel like it didn't really work like I hoped it would is because if you're hoping to get a quick 24-hour fix to improve productivity, self-control, and all of these things, it's gonna take way more than a quick fix. If you've built these habits over the years, do you think really one day will magically just make all of that disappear? It might bring some change. It might be a first step. It might help you in your process. But all alone, doing a 24-hour dopamine detox is not gonna be this magical thing. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I actually really liked challenging myself into doing this. I feel like it could be a tool I carry around with me, and it's definitely something I'm gonna want to do again, but not in the same way. I would like to work more on the formula where I take away one or two things, like for example, I take away my phone for a whole day, or also doing this type of dopamine detox but in another environment. So I feel it would be really more suited for me to, like, let's say I rent a cottage or I go out in nature and I just shut off my phone and I shut off all the distractions and I spend time with nature, with myself. So as I said, there's not going to be a 24-hour quick fix. There's other steps you could do to help you along the way. And I won't get too deep into it because I feel like every subject has the value of fitting in a whole video. So one thing that works very well for me is improving my environment. So for example, when I'm on the computer and I don't want to grab my phone every 2 seconds, I put it in another room. I really use that technique of removing the temptation. I've been using that a lot for my addictions too. And in your environment, there's also like your friends, your family. They're gonna have an impact on you. I'm not saying remove them completely, but maybe some people it's healthier if you keep more of a distance. Something else that helps me with this process is knowing my why. Why am I doing it? Why is it so important to me? Having a strong motive is gonna really help you, give you that extra push when you feel like caving in. If I'm honest, right before filming this part, I didn't feel like filming today. But then I'm like, okay, you have to do this. And then I get in front of the camera and it's fine, I'm filming. And to help you, maybe you could write it down, put sticky notes, find ways that helps you to keep you motivated in what you're working on. Also, try to understand why you're having these issues. So for productivity, ask yourself the questions. First of all, am I really having a productivity issue, or I'm being too hard on myself? And whatever that answer is, if you're actually not being productive, like, why aren't you being productive? Is there an underlying belief that is enabling you from moving forward in your life? Do you think maybe you're not good enough, so you're not taking action? And if you are hard on yourself and you're already productive, like, why are you this hard on yourself? What could you do to improve that part? Like, this is serious work and it takes time and dedication, but it's work that is important to do if you truly want to improve these aspects of your life. And same goes for self-control and addictions. Like, are you trying to escape something? And what is that thing you are trying to escape? Why are you not able to confront it? Is there something in your environment that you're not satisfied of? Is there like some traumas or emotions you just don't want to address because they're too hard to digest? These are all reasons why we cave into these addictions and into these distractions all the time. Once again, do you need a break? Maybe you're being too hard on yourself. Maybe you need to give yourself some slack. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to have addiction. Like, before you could release it, you need to accept it. You need to accept that it's there and you need to love it, and then you could let it leave. So I won't talk more about these subjects, but if there's something that I mentioned that you would like for me to elaborate on, please let me know in the comments. I would love to talk more about these subjects. And don't forget to be gentle with yourself. Stop treating yourself like you're this robot who needs to have everything perfect. You're a human and you're perfect as you are. You could always improve, but don't forget to love yourself in the process. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, and like my video. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Baby wants to say hi. Say hello, my baby. I woke her up. I'm not kind.